It so happened, it was not because Rebekah came out to work. So on going out to work, he said, the servant ran to meet her and said, please, can I have a sip of water from your jug? We're actually going to be taking Rebekah's issue very seriously for some time, for some episodes now. So let's look at the characteristics of Rebekah as a single girl. She had work she was doing. She wasn't an urgent 2K woman. She was in her father's house representing, not saying, oh, all these things my father has will go to my brothers. No. She worked. She was involved. So while you are waiting for God to bring your spouse, or for you to meet that man that God has prepared for you, how are you waiting? What are you doing? It's actually very appalling that a child of God, a tongue-speaking sister, would think like the world would think. So a young man tells you hi, and you're like, hello, my gas has finished. In fact, my mother is sick. Now what's the difference between you and those ladies outside church? What's the difference between you and the world? Rebekah was not an urgent 2K lady. She was there. And what was she doing? Going to work when she met a man. So the question I leave you today with is, what are you doing? While you're waiting for, are you just so consistent changing churches because you're looking for a man to marry you? Or are you in the church and the only reason that you're serving in that place is because you're looking for someone to marry you? Why don't you work for God? Why don't you do your own work consistently and focus on the work you're doing? At least we know this single lady that on her way to building herself and making herself into becoming that Proverbs 31 woman in future, our own man met her. Single Christian sisters are people who are focused on betterment, on improvement. They are not all about getting from one relationship to another. In fact, I wouldn't even want to mention the fact that some ladies would even be fighting over a man inside the church. The Lord forbid such. So as a single Christian sister, your focus should not be all about marriage. And it should not be, a man must help me. In fact, if he does not give me this amount, in fact, how much does he have? What is he doing? No, that was not Rebekah. Rebekah was training herself to becoming the kind of woman that God would want her to be, even though she was single. And of course, if you study Rebekah very well, you'll find out that she was not in the age range of people getting married those times where they got married at 14. She was a bit above that. But that did not deter her from improving herself and focusing on the things she needed to do to complete the work, because she knew before the Lord that she was a human being, not just a woman to get married, but someone who had a part to play, an assignment to complete the work. All right, until I come your way next time, I want you to know that as a single Christian sister, your life is to project Christ in all you do. Thank you and remain blessed.
Message to me.